Welcome back, everybody. This is Eric and Chad again from the Moss Pond Zombie Crew. In the last video we were talking about concealed carry laws and responsibilities and all the things entailed in concealed carry in general. In this video we're going to talk a little bit about some of the gear, a few of the guns that we personally carry on a regular basis. We're going to talk about a few of the guns you might not want to carry because of their size, although they are great guns, and hopefully give you a little bit of an idea of the overall gear setup you may need to perform your basic everyday concealed carry duties. So I'm going to get behind the camera and we're going to show some close-ups, and then me and Chad will swap out on the narrative, and hopefully we'll get you guys a good synopsis of this.
When we talk about concealed carry, we talk about guns that are more concealable than others. A lot of times the subcompacts and the mini guns, small J-frame revolvers, those type of guns, the small short barrel type, they're very concealable. Those are kind of what you want to gear more towards, such as like a pocket gun like this Beretta Minx here. They make small little holsters for that. You can slide it right down in your pocket.
That's a great gun, and me personally, I've carried a Minx in my pocket every day for about the last 7 years. They're great guns. If I leave the house and I don't carry at least a Glock 26, you better believe I'm at least slipping my Minx in my pocket.
Now, going to kind of the more popular carry guns, you've got the Glock 26s, 27s, the 36s. These are all basically what's known as subcompact guns. They have a short barrel, a very short, stubby grip, and especially in the waistband holster, these are very easily concealable. Now, a Glock 19 or a Glock 38 or a 23, any of the kind of compact size Glocks, or other striker fire guns, or even the commander style 1911s, any gun about in this size range is very easily concealable for the most part. Now, concealability is going to depend on your frame size too. So if you're a smaller guy, you might need a smaller gun. Bigger guy, you might be able to get away with concealing a bigger gun.
That's right.
The Macs over here are a good choice. And
of course, as you guys may know, we did do a shootout on the Makarov, so if you guys have been considering a Mac for concealed carry, you definitely have a good video to go by there if you'll check that out. And then also, likewise, when Chad mentioned the Glock 38, we also did a video on the single stack XDS 45 from Springfield. Also in the single stack 45 category, you have the Glock 36, which is a wonderful setup. And if you're also looking for a single stack 45, the Car CW 45 is an excellent buy. They're a little pricey, but they are very concealable guns.
Some of the guns that you want to kind of stray away from for the most part for concealed carry, just because of their bulk, their size, just being a heavy piece, they're just not ideal for that purpose. Now, this is a Glock 20, and this is kind of the epitome of full-size pistols right here. Now, Glock actually advertises this as a hunting pistol, so if you want to carry a hunting pistol with you every day, then by all means, go ahead and try. But it's just, this is not the ideal pistol for concealed carry.
Now, Glock does make the Model 30, which is a baby 10mm, and they are very snappy, but if you can hold on to one, it's a wonderful carry piece.
Oh yeah. Now also, revolvers make excellent carry guns. A lot of people will carry a small J-frame revolver, 5-shot 357 Magnum or 38 Special, but something like this is a L-frame 7-shot 4-inch barrel. Now, I wouldn't consider carrying this gun just because of its bulk. It's going to be hard to conceal, the large grip, the whole 9 yards. This is just not an ideal gun to carry. They make pretty much small guns in every gun type. The small revolvers, the small autos, those guns are going to be more of your ideal thing for a carry gun, as opposed to some of the full-size guns. They're not going to be, exactly the gun that you want to take to the range every day, but it's a gun that you do need to practice with, on a regular basis, especially if it is a carry piece. Okay, now when we talk about holsters for concealed carry, there's several different options. You've got basically options that are attached on your person, then you have options that are off of your person. The best, in my opinion, is going to be an in-the-waistband holster, something special like this Kydex holster right here. This is made by Comptac. This holster features just a Kydex sheath. The gun retains very easily in this, and it has 2 clips. And basically, the bulk of this holster fits inside of your belt, or inside of your waistband, and the only part that is exposed is basically the upper portion of the gun and the grip. These are the ideal holsters for concealed carry, in my opinion. But the Comptac makes a good one. Bianchi, Galco gun leather. There's several manufacturers that make in the waistband holsters.
Oh yeah.
Now this is a in the waistband holster that was actually made by a small time fella on one of the forums. This is just a little holster for a Mac, and basically the belt just feeds right through here. You know, you just pack this in, and it works fairly well. It's not the most comfortable thing, but you know, concealed carry is supposed to be comforting, not comfortable. Okay, moving on to outside the waistband holsters. This is kind of the second option for concealed carry. This is a little paddle holster. Basically the paddle just fits down inside your pants, and this entire portion right here is exposed. The disadvantage to this is that the entire gun is exposed on the outside of your body, and you have basically more to cover, and it actually sticks out a little bit, you know, so it's not actually tucked in as much and not as concealable.
Those are great holsters for the winter time when you have a lot of exterior type clothing like jackets to cover up the gun. In the winter, I almost always carry a paddle holster, and I usually carry my Mac in the winter, and sometimes I carry my 26 in a paddle.
And this right here is just a leather outside the waistband holster. This is for the Glock 20 here. This is another option. They make plenty of low profile leather holsters, you know, made by some of the major manufacturers that work well for concealed carry. In my opinion, a holster like this, if you're going to carry outside the waistband, you need a real slim gun like a 1911.
Now sometimes during the winter I will carry the Glock 20, it just depends. And especially, you know, being in the gun industry and I work at a gun store, sometimes it's not quite as big of a deal how big of a gun I'm carrying because I'm going to be carrying it exposed anyway at work. But for out and about and on the go, I always choose a slimmer gun than that. So Chad touched on a few of the holsters there. There are a couple of holsters that we did not have here to show you. Of course, you have shoulder holsters, which, you know, you'll see those a lot in the movies and stuff, or you'll see some detective walking around with a J-frame revolver hanging from a shoulder holster flopping around everywhere. And I've never been a big fan of shoulder holsters. The only time I really prefer a shoulder holster is when I'm hunting. Now, of course, Chad has his holster for his Smith there. That is a wonderful setup, and for out and about on the property, or if you're hunting or tracking, that's a great holster to keep the gun right at your center and easy to get to. For a standpoint of concealed carry, though, I've never really considered shoulder holsters to be the best option.
Some of the other options you have, especially for concealed carry, you have belly bands, which actually is set up. It's usually Velcro. It wraps around your belly here, and then just it has a little spot for the gun. Now, I think a lot of them are made for specific guns. They have different size pouches and whatnot, but you know, there's some that fit down at your belly. There's also, I think, ultra conceal or maybe super carry holsters that fit a little bit further up on your frame, and they basically put the gun in the same position that a shoulder holster would. But you know, you'd be able to wear a shirt like this over that setup and not really see it all that much. They also have you know, holsters for off of your person carry, like day planner holsters. You know, basically you have a little day planner.
Looks like a little PDA case.
Oh yeah,
type deal.
But yeah, day planner. You know, you slip your gun inside there. You just tote it wherever you go. You know, there's the Fanny Packs. I mean,
those are cool, just depending on, you know, where you're at.
Yeah, I mean, it could be considered off your person, but the photo vests, you know, I mean, it's a little bit hard to get to. You know, I mean, you open the vest, you know, you slip in. And,
that's right.
But
now, I do want to hit on one more thing that Chad was talking about before we move on. When he was talking about the belly holster, they also make, I don't know if he knows about it or not, but they make a shirt that you can get for concealed carry that buttons at the top like a regular shirt. At the bottom, it's got Velcro. And you can rip the Velcro away and get to your gun quick if it's concealed under the shirt. See, some people will wear the top buttons button like Chad's shirt, and then they'll unbutton these buttons. Well, to the trained eye, you see someone with those bottom buttons unbuttoned and you're going to think, he's packing. If you're trained that way, you know. But with the other option, it has buttons on the outside. It looks like it's buttoned, but it's actually Velcro. And you rip the Velcro away and you get your gun real quick. Also, when it comes to those types of concealed carry vests and things like that, you know, Chad mentioned the vests that you can get. They look like photo vests, photographer's vests, stuff like that. In my opinion, that is the worst thing that you can have. The absolute worst. The reason being, because someone's going to look at you and they're going to think, he's packing. Nothing says I'm packing like a photographer's vest. Nothing.
It's pretty much a dead giveaway.
It's a dead giveaway. You see a dude with shades and boots and jeans and a photographer's vest in the middle of the summer.
And
he's
no
packing.
camera.
And no camera. He's packing. I guarantee you. So keep that in mind, that nothing says I'm packing like a baggy shirt in the summer like that. So bear that in mind. The elastic waistband style holster with the Velcro shirt, in my opinion, is the most discreet way. If you've got to carry a gun like that, that's the way to do it.
Okay, another option for actual concealed carry is going to be your ankle holster. Now, I mean, a lot of people, especially law enforcement, they'll carry a backup gun, and a lot of them carry it in their ankle holsters. Now, the guns that are going to be suited for that are going to be your Glock 26s, or even smaller, like Ruger LCP, the real small compact guns like that.
Oh yeah.
You want something that'll fit down there, and your pants will actually cover it up and not really catch on it, because you don't want to be walking around and your pants are up above your gun, you're walking around, hey, check me out, hey, look at this.
That's right, that's right.
But that's another option too. I mean, it's going to be very difficult to get to, in a time of need. You got to squat down, lift your pants up, get your gun out. I mean, I just prefer the method where it's around your waist at some point.
That's right.
You can lift your shirt out of the way and get right to your gun and get on target fast. That's
now,
the
there
whole
are
idea.
some types of ankle holsters that their overall intentions, or let's say you have an attacker on top of you, and you have to put your feet up to stop the attacker. There are some types of ankle holsters that allow you to basically reach up and shoot the gun in the holster. So if you got your foot in someone's midsection trying to keep them off of you, you can reach up to your ankle and shoot them right in the chest while you got your foot on them. That, in my opinion, is the absolute worst case scenario. If somebody's within touching distance of you in a deadly situation like that you've got to use firearms, they're already too close.
Oh yeah.
Most handgun battles occur within 7 yards or closer, and usually are over in less than 4 seconds, and probably in less than 3 or 4 rounds anyway.
I think actually 2 shots is
Two
the
shots. Yeah. So that puts a lot in perspective for you. 4 seconds, 2 shots, 7 yards. That is definitely close enough for someone to get a knife in your ass if you're not careful.
Oh yeah.
So that's something to think about. Go ahead.
So in addition to all these different types of holsters that you have and concealment methods, we can't forget the ladies. You can always carry in your purse. And they do make special purses with a concealment, zipper. Basically, it's just a special little section. You unzip it, you put your gun in there, and then the rest of your purse is open just like normal. So, a little bit hard to get to, but, they do make on-the-person options for the ladies.
Sure.
Some of the ultra-carry holsters, like the belly bands and such, and the ones that ride up on your chest, those are ideal. Some women wear in the waistband holsters.
You guys are going to probably think I'm joking, but if you ladies are watching, if I'm not mistaken, I think they make a tactical bra. No kidding.
I think they do.
No kidding. I think they make a bra with a gun holster in it. So you have some guns for your guns. I mean, I'm just saying. I mean, just saying. But if I'm not mistaken, there are a lot of carry options that are marketed specifically for the ladies. And rightly so. I mean, ladies have a big responsibility in this day and age, especially in the United States. More women now are head of households. More women are in more important aspects of everyday society. They're bosses, they're CEOs, they're homemakers, there's just so many more important women nowadays, which is a good thing.
Oh,
women have made great advancements in our society, but I think that now it's more important for women to be well trained on guns, to carry guns every day. I mean, now it's very common to see female security guards, female cops, and that's just a common thing in our society. So as a result, there are a lot of those aspects of gun ownership that are marketed to ladies. If you guys saw the gun gripe that we did on pink guns and all that kind of stuff that are marketed for ladies, you should watch that if you're curious about some of those items that are marketed for the ladies. But from a concealed carry aspect, there definitely are options for y'all. I know a lot of women love having a gun in their car. And my wife is no different. She carries a Ruger LCP in her purse, and then in the glove box we carry a Walther P22 with about 6 mags. So sometimes it's nice to have a few guns close by.
Oh yeah.
There's a lot of holster options for the console. There's center consoles. They make a Kydex holster that snaps on to a center console. You can get a mount for your center console, and they make a Kydex that'll snap onto your side, and then when you get in your car you can snap it onto the center console, and then you're still in travel mode no matter where you're at.
Oh yeah. They also make a pretty neat seat cover. Basically tucks down in the back of your seat and it flips over the front of your seat, and you put your gun right in between your legs pretty much. So if you're ever in a situation, you're in your car and you need to get to your gun fast and it's off of your hip or whatever, it's right there. You just reach down, grab it out, and
That's right.
There you go, you're ready to go.
That's right. So in this video we attempted to show you guys some of the gear you might be looking into, some of the guns that we would prefer, some of the guns we might not prefer, some of the holsters. So in the next video, which will be part 3, we'll be showing you a little bit of your concealed carry conditions and how you want to pack, how you want to draw, a few basic drills, and basically we're going to get to making some noise. So if you guys have watched this video this far, I hope you guys enjoyed it. And I know this, subject is a little long and tedious, but it has to be. It's very important.
It is.
So we appreciate y'all watching and look forward to having part 3 up for you.